Well, please go ahead and introduce yourselves, and if we didn't see you on screen, let us know what you did.
I'm Denise Carey, the director, and was lucky enough to work with all these fine people.
I'm Jane Taini. I was the mom.
I'm Michael McMillan. I played Roman.
I'm Bella Lavellos in Tiny Scene. The sister, Emery.
Erin Ehrlich, I'm the writer.
Yeah, I just wanted to compliment you. I think it's delightful and hilarious, wonderfully written, wonderfully directed. As a comedy duo, I would love a TV series.
We would too.
I think everyone would check in repeatedly for binges and weekly, whatever, just to watch you two play off each other. I think it was really, really, and each time you see it, it's actually more just hilarious and heartwarming. The love and antagonism mixed together. I try to be patient with my mom too, but it's not always easy. So go ahead, tell us the process of how it first got written, and then.
Well, it actually was a TV show that Erin had written for Amazon. It was based on a feature, and Erin's super talented and successful, and she was kind enough to give me a couple of scenes from the television version of it, and then kind of alter it to make this a really funny short. And then Ashley, our producer, got everyone together, and then I worked with these two on the end on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and they were kind enough to come and be in the show. And then someone else had told me about Jane, and I was so excited that she would do it, because I said, oh, she'll never come in for an audition, and then she did, and then getting them all together, just you saw
From now on,
it.
it's off world.
Yeah.
And so it went from feature to series concept to a short, and is the idea that the short can get it back to series, or?
Yeah, I would love that. Erin would love that. She's one of her favorite scripts she's ever written, and she's done so many things. Actually, King of the Hill, someone had just mentioned she wrote on that. So.
Oh, well.
New fans out there.
So that would be so great, because, I think Erin was having a hard time saying, who could be Roman, and then, Michael just popped into her head, and he's the perfect Roman, so.
And Mike, when you first read it, what did you think?
Oh, I loved it, and I love working with everybody here on stage, and obviously I met Jane in the process of the short, but I thought it was really funny, and I got a chance to read Erin's original pilot as well. So the thing that I love about the short is it does really hint at this larger world and universe, and I felt like all those relationships, I think maybe from the benefit of there being a pilot, but I just felt like I knew immediately who this guy was and where he was in his life, and it was just really funny, and I just like how that really hints at this larger world, and you can really feel the inner life of each character there. Even Emery's character, there's history in every scene with even if you don't see it in the short, which I really, really liked. So there was a life in these characters that existed beyond just the short itself, I felt like.
Yeah, absolutely. The brother-sister dynamic was great, and even his reaction that it would be really awesome if Dad had faked his dad.
That's one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Just, that'd be great.
Yeah, there's always...
We don't badmouth Dad or anything like that. It's just, a missing part.
It is successful in that sense that there's a lot of little clues and hints to other stories that could happen in this world, and I really like that.
I was really amazed when I read it, how it was able to just so completely have a beautiful arc within these little tiny moments, to take just these things and have it go from beginning to end, and see, and then of course there's that whole other adventure when he lives half a block away.
Right. I think he's home every day. He's there all the time.
Or you drive by and I hand you your lunch.
Exactly.
But they have the push and pull. He can tell that part of her wants him to stay, part of her wants him to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, here, let me hand it off to the audience. Does anyone want to make a comment or ask a question? Here we go.
How difficult do you find it to pitch these kinds of slice of life type narratives, and which companies do you feel are more open to this kind of content?
Well, when I sold it to Amazon, it was a while ago, and it wasn't. They weren't as open to doing stuff that was already written. I think now they are. This was a few years ago, but I think these days most people want original, interesting ideas. This is a very low concept, which is a little bit harder of a sell. But Amazon, Netflix, USA has Mr. Robot. I think they're all looking for something weird and different and interesting.
Okay.
Up in the back.
Yeah, how long did it take to shoot the whole thing?
It was 2-day shoot, but it was a lot of Ashley, how long did we plan before? It was a lot of planning, but it was a 2-day shoot, and luckily I had met most of the crew from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend and from Blackish, and they all volunteered their time, so it made things so much easier.
Looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think they're underplaying it. It was so well planned.
Yeah.
We literally came on and we're I think I was on set they were just we know exactly what we want, and it was such a joy, and it was a pretty heavily female and people of color on the crew, which you don't see a lot, which was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Just want to give you guys a shout out.
Yeah, walking into her apartment and seeing the basement built in her kind of.
That was actually my living room turned
Yeah,
into a
basement.
that's why it felt so long for you. It was a basement for a week.
It was so amazing.
Yeah.
Because it totally looks like we're in the basement. It was just.
Yeah, it's completely now back to my place again.
I'll never recognize it.
Yeah.
Is there another question? Jeez, I'll jump in with more compliments. I mean, it really is. It was funny. The basement made me think how that made it not feel so LA based, because I'm a third-generation Los Angeles person, so that house, that street, I've seen that my whole life, right? And we don't have basements. But the direction too. I mean, we're complimenting the writing, but you did a wonderful job directing that. Thank you. I mean,
yeah. I've been a script supervisor for 15 years, and so I'm trying to move into directing now, and it's kind of my job to learn from the directors, and also if they forget shots and things. So shooting it was a lot easier for me than I thought it was going to be.
great. There's a hand.
Yeah, how did working on set as a script supervisor sort of help with how you wanted to go about directing? Do you think that you approached it from a different direction than a traditional director would, because you had sort of this other?
Yeah, because what I was taking into consideration were the locations and how I could shoot it the most efficiently, because we had such a limited time. So, that basement was my living room, wasn't a basement, but just how I could light it in a way that it looked like a basement. So I had a cinematographer that helped me, make it look dark, and the production designer. So that was I think the thing that I had to consider the most. And then also what I had, these fine actors, and then David Hull, who was Sean on there, had that great truck, and things like that I could incorporate it.
You cast David so you could get the truck. The truck's outside.
Yeah, just things like that made it. And then just the camera angles to get everything, because there were really long scenes. I wanted them to be a little bit interesting with just two people standing on the porch, so that was a little tricky, but
I have to echo Vella. I think it all paid off. That was, for an actor, such an efficient set. And when you were we're going to do this in 2 days, I read the script, and it's not, obviously not super long, but I was like, oh, okay. And it was just, it moved so quickly, so breezily. You were great, and also just the direction with the actors as well. I mean, this is her first thing she's ever directed, so I think that's pretty impressive. Erin
was there to help with the performances. That's not my strong. I'm not as strong in that field, so she was there. No, he's got to be.
You
did
great.
So how many pages total was it if you shot over 2 days? How many pages in a day?
It was 8 pages, I think.
A day?
And,
or total?
no, 8. No, per day. I kind of split it up, and the second day was only half a day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the bulk of the porch stuff, we did all that exterior was 1 day, and then the basement, the 2 scenes inside was half of the day. So the first day was, it was probably an 9-hour day
It
maybe.
was nothing.
Yeah.
It was hot. That's all I remember. But it was nothing.
But it, you know, the fact that it was just one location made it easier, and it was in the same place, and also it was outside, so it was a lot of existing-ish kind of lighting. It wasn't, you know, the DP would say take a step into the shade or things like that, but it, you know, that made it easier.
Well, and when you say a 9-hour day, in filmmaking,
Yeah.
when people say a day, sometimes it's 16 hours.
Right.
Yeah, I just finished a show
So
like
your
that.
half day, your full day was a half day to many
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Yeah. So really great work to get something that good and such a obviously
Thank you.
we're as efficient as everyone's saying. We probably have time for one more question if we've got it. There we go.
Were you able to let go of like continuity and script notes and that kind of stuff?
There were a couple things that I got into editing and went, why didn't I catch that? Only one shot, there was the sign going in, and then the close-up of the sign was upside down in all of them but one shot. And I go, why didn't I catch that?
We didn't notice.
Yeah. I think we were able to get it, but there were a couple of things that I went, I should have caught, I should have caught that.
You were directing this
Yeah.
time. That's
Who
why
was your script
directors-
supervisor?
They're the first day.
Well, thank you so much for such a great.